We say yes to a sale because it's too good to miss, yes to a trend because everyone's wearing it. That no stung a little. It felt like I had just shut the door on a possible opportunity. And yes, I am human, I slip sometimes. There are moments when I've bought something urgent from a supermarket that was packed in plastic. Do I need these kind of people who would traumatize me? Can I ever trust them around my daughter? Saying no isn't easy, especially for women. Many of us are raised to be polite, accommodating, agreeable. Welcome to Rooted by Arpitharai, once known as Style Meets Sustainability. This is Rooted Reflections, the space where it's just you and me. No guests, no rush, just an honest conversation from my heart to yours. I received such a beautiful response to my last Rooted Reflections episode. Thank you for listening, sharing, and letting those thoughts travel into your own lives. This episode comes from a place of reflection, a way for me to process and share what's been unfolding in my own life over the past few weeks. Recently, I've found myself in moments where saying no felt both necessary and uncomfortable. These aren't just isolated events, they have been a mirror showing me how boundaries, values, and self respect intertwine. So, today I want to take you inside those reflections, exploring the layers of no, from personal boundaries to sustainable fashion choices, and how each no can actually become a powerful yes to ourselves and the world around us. Lately, I've been noticing something interesting. Many women reach out to me, sometimes in messages, sometimes when I meet them in person, to say that my content has made them rethink their choices, that it's given them permission to slow down, to shop differently, to live more consciously. And honestly, that kind of feedback fuels me because it's not just about the numbers, likes, or views. It's about real people making real changes in their everyday lives. But alongside that encouragement, there are also a few voices who don't agree with what I share. Sometimes it's one or two comments, sometimes it's a sideways remark in the past that might have made me second guess myself. But now I see it differently. I see it as proof that I'm standing for something, that my content isn't just floating in the safe, neutral zone. It's touching something deeper, and that's bound to create both resonance and resistance. Even those rare negative responses have become a gift in disguise. They have taught me to speak my truth without diluting it, to share my experiences in ways that are practical, relatable, and unapologetic. Because if my story from my life can spark even one person to act with more intention, then it's worth telling over and over again. The layers of no, no to plastic. This is the one most people notice first. I say no to straws. I say no to plastic bottles everywhere I go. I carry my own steel bottle. It's almost like a second skin for me now. This is my personal choice. I don't push my family to do it. But here's the thing, saying no doesn't mean you have to be perfect. It means you are willing to make the better choice most of the time, even if it's inconvenient. Over time, those small decisions start to add up, not just for the planet, but for the kind of person you become. No to pressure. Then there is the pressure, especially in my line of work as a content creator. A sustainable brand once approached me to review their product. They were genuinely eco friendly and doing great work for the planet. But They didn't align with my minimalist choices at home. So I said no. And I'll be honest, that no stung a little. It felt like I had just shut the door on a possible opportunity and maybe even a future connection with a great brand. But staying true to myself in that moment mattered more. If I had said yes just to keep the door open, I'd be betraying the values I stand for. No to pleasing. And then there is the hardest no of all, saying no to pleasing people. There have been times when people have done things that deeply hurt me, even traumatized me, and I never spoke up. I would smile, interact, and act like everything was fine, all in the name of keeping the peace and maintaining relationships. But inside, I was crumbling. This year, I finally asked myself, do I need these kind of people who would dramatize me? Can I ever trust them around my daughter? The answer was clear no. And that clarity was freeing. It didn't come overnight. There were sleepless nights, endless reflection, and a lot of inner work. But once I reached that answer, I stopped bending myself just to make others comfortable. Saying no in these moments isn't about shutting people out. It's about protecting the space where your values, your safety, and your peace live. Because when you start saying no for the right reasons, you start saying yes to the life you truly want. Why no feels hard and why it matters. Saying no isn't easy, especially for women. Many of us are raised to be polite, accommodating, agreeable. We are told to be nice. And in many contexts, nice means not rocking the boat. Then there is the fear of judgment. What will they think? Fear of missing out. What if this is the opportunity I've been waiting for? Fear of hurting someone. I don't want them to feel bad. But here's what I've realized: a yes that comes from fear is far more harmful than a no that comes from clarity. Because the fearful yes costs us our time, our energy, our peace. And once it's given, it's so hard to take back. It's the same in fashion. We say yes to a sale because it's too good to miss, yes to a trend because everyone's wearing it, yes to fast fashion buy even when we know it will lose shape after 3 washes. Those yeses given out of fear or impulse often leave us with clothes we don't love, wardrobes that overwhelm us, and a planet burdened with more waste. That's why a no isn't just a boundary, it's an act of care. Care for ourselves and care for the world we live in. Saying no to what drains us, whether it's a toxic commitment or a poorly made garment, opens the door for a far more powerful yes. Saying yes to what matters. Because when we protect our time, our values, and our resources with a firm no, we make space for the yes that truly nourishes us. For me, those yeses started small. Yes to clothes that feel like me, not like someone else's idea of what I should wear. Yes to fabrics that breathe, that last, that tell a story worth keeping. Yes to collaborations and work that excites my creativity instead of exhausting my spirit. Yes to people who respect my boundaries, who understand that my time is as valuable as theirs. And I realized my life became lighter but also fuller. I wasn't just decluttering my wardrobe, I was decluttering my mental space. I was filling it only with what aligned with my values. That's the beauty of conscious living. It's not about having less for the sake of less, it's about making space for better. Better connections, better work, better choices for the planet. Because just as every no can protect, every yes can build. And together they create a life and a wardrobe that feels deeply intentional, deeply yours. This is also the heart of my social impact project, Within Reach. We can all say no to waste, to overconsumption, to the pressures that push us away from what's real. And when we do, we discover that sustainable living isn't just about what we buy and don't buy, it's about how we choose to exist in the world. The ripple effect of your no. The beautiful thing about saying no, whether it's to plastic, to pressure, or to people pleasing, is that it doesn't just stop at you, it creates ripples. When I say no to a free tote bag wrapped in plastic, the shopkeeper notices. When I say no to a fast fashion impulse buy, it's not just one less garment in my closet, it's one less piece in the landfill, one less demand for exploiting labor, one less signal to the industry that overproduction is okay. Your no plants seeds. Sometimes they sprout quietly. A friend might start carrying her own bottle because she saw you do it. A colleague might feel braver to refuse an unrealistic work request because you modeled it. Even people who never tell you, they are still watching, absorbing, reconsidering. And here's the most unexpected ripple. Your no teaches you. Every time you choose it from a place of clarity, you reaffirm your values. You stop seeing no as rejection and start seeing it as a form of respect for yourself, for others, and for the planet. So, this week, I want to leave you with this thought. Every time you say no, you are also saying yes to yourself, your values, and the future you want to live in. In the world that constantly asks us to do more, buy more, be more, a simple no can be a radical act of alignment. It's the pause that lets you choose with intention instead of reacting out of habit. Pause, breathe, ask yourself, is this really for me? Does it reflect the kind of life and the kind of world I want to create? And if the answer is no, say it kindly, clearly, without apology. Then watch what happens. Notice the relief, the space, the quiet satisfaction that comes from staying true to yourself. That space you create will often be filled with something better, rest, creativity, or simply peace. Your no is not an ending, it's an opening. You have been listening to Rooted Reflections. If something you heard today found a place in your heart, let it stay, let it grow. Share it with someone who might need to hear it and watch the ripple carry forward. I hope you carry your own version of no this week, not as a shield, but as a compass. Let it point you towards choices that nourish you, relationships that respect you, and habits that honor the planet we all share. Until next time, stay rooted, stay real, and remember, sometimes the smallest no can be the start of something beautiful.